In this video, we look at the WASSCE 2023 Core Maths or General Mathematics, that is the Nigerian paper, objective question number 25. And it says that find the mean deviation of the set of numbers 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. And these are the options A, B, C, D. Before we start, if today is your first time on my Mystudentclass channel, don't forget to subscribe and click the notification button so that you'll be promptly informed anytime we upload a new video. And hey, one more thing, click the like button so that the video can reach a lot of people. Thank you. Now let's continue. Alright, so what do we say mean deviation? What do we mean? Mean deviation. Alright, so I'll use just MD for mean deviation. When we talk about mean deviation, then we want to look at how the individual values that you have here, how they deviate from the mean of the data. That is, what is the difference between the individual values here and the mean of the data. So that means first we need to find the mean. So let me try to put down the steps here we will use to find mean deviation. So step 1, we will find the mean. All right, step 2, then we will find the absolute distance between each item and the mean. And step 3, we will sum the difference and divide by the number of numbers. So in other words, we will find the mean of the difference. So the mean of the difference. All right, I will explain every step for you to get it here. So what we are going to do is that if you ask to find the mean deviation, first find the mean. Now there is a set of data. It is not in a table form, so we call this ungrouped data. So to find the mean, let's use X bar because we want to use X to represent the data. So the mean is the sum of all the X divided by the number of items that we have here. So we call this sign sigma. So we say sigma X, or summation of X over n. Now what this means is that we have to sum all of the values that we have here. So we say 14 plus 15 plus 16 plus 17 plus 18 plus 19. And how many do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we divide by 6. So we add all these and we divide by 6. So let us do that quickly here. I'm not going to waste time. So we have 14 plus 15 plus 16 plus 17 plus 18 and plus 19, and we get 99. So that's all. So we write 99 divided by 6. So we divide 99 by 6, and what we get also here, so answer divided by 6, and we have 33 over 2, which is 16.5. all right, so the mean of the data is 16.5. So now we pick the individual points. Let us look at them here. We have 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. The question that we asking is that how does each of the data deviates from the mean? You know, the mean is 16.5. So what is the difference between this mean and the individual data that we have here? So that is the X. All right, so in other words, what we are finding essentially is X minus the mean that we just found, but we want the distance. That is, when we talk about deviation, we are talking about distance, so we cannot get negative number. So we say we find the absolute value of the difference. So we have 14 minus 16.5, and that will give us negative 2.5, but we want the absolute value, so that will be 2.5. Or you can just say 16.5 minus 14, and that will be 2.5. So here is 2.5. And the next thing here we have 15 minus 16.5, or 16.5 minus 15, and we have 1.5 here. The next thing we have 16.5 minus 16, or 16 minus 16.5, and that is 0.5. So we have 17 minus 16.5. 17 minus 16 is 1, then 0.5, so that will be 0.5. We have 18 minus 16.5. 18 minus 16 is 2 minus 0.5, so that is 1.5. We have 19 minus 16.5. 19 minus 16 is 3 minus 0.5, so that will be 2.5. So that is the absolute value of the difference between the individual values and the mean. So we are talking about how much the individual numbers deviate, move away from the mean, and that is what we had. So when you have this, you have to sum all of this. So you sum the absolute value of this difference, right? And you divide by the number of items we have, and when you do that, this gives you the mean deviation. As simple as that. So the sum of all of this is going to be 2.5 plus 1.5 plus 0.5 plus 0.5 plus 1.5 plus 2.5, all divided by, and we have 6 of them here. All right, so let us go. So how do we add these things? 2.5 will give us 5. Then we have 1.5 will give us 3. Then we have 0.5 is 1. So we have 8, 9. So we have 9 on 6. And what is 9 on 6? 6 into 9 is 1. We have 3 and points says 530. So 9 divided by 6 is 1.5. So this means the mean deviation is B, 1.5. So that is what I want to put down here. So the formula for finding the mean deviation is the sum of the absolute value of the difference between the individual values and the mean divided by the number of values. Please don't confuse this with the mean. The mean itself, that is the x bar, is the sum of the x divided by n. That is for an ungrouped data. But if you are finding the mean deviation, you have to edit this a little bit. So the sum of the x here on n, then you add minus the mean itself, then you take absolute value, then you get the mean deviation. As simple as that.